Today we're going to talk about scoliosis and misconceptions about it and some just genuinely questions that I've got and that I've found on the internet. So yeah, let's start off with scoliosis myths that have been busted, but I want to talk about them anyways because scoliosis affects my life every day. And yeah. Anyways, the first myth is scoliosis caused by said thing. The majority of scoliosis, the vast majority of scoliosis is actually what is called idiopathic, which means it's not known how which means there's no known cause. Doctors don't know how it's caused. It can be genetic. The type of scoliosis I have is idiopathic, so don't know how it's caused. We don't know. Maybe in the future we'll know, but as of June 8th, 2023, it is still not known. The second myth, the scoliosis is preventable. This aligns with what I said in the beginning, is that with most scoliosis is idiopathic. So there's no real way to prevent scoliosis if it's not known how it's caused. It's just if you don't know what causes something, there's no real way to prevent it. It's kind of logic. Myth number 3: scoliosis can make the body weak and frail. An abnormal curve of the spine does not decrease strength or bone density at all. I just stopped doing gymnastics not because of scoliosis, but because of COVID. I could still do it if I wanted to, but I am choosing not to do it. So, people with scoliosis can be just as strong and as fit as anyone else in the world without scoliosis. Myth number 4: scoliosis can cause organ failure. That is a very common misconception. It's not true. As the spine curves and twists, it does everything else musculosis. It actually curves away from stuff like your heart and stuff. Mine I actually don't have a picture of it. But my spine, the way my spine curves, because for some people, it curves at the top of their spine instead of the bottom, or it does both. But mine curves at the bottom. So, it doesn't really hit an organ, because it wouldn't hit, I don't know, my intestines, I don't know what to say, but I don't even have part of my small organ intestine, so. But what my scoliosis does is it really just, puts pressure on my hip, my left hip, so. It just puts pressure on my left and makes me have hip pain. Number 4. Myth number 5. Women with scoliosis cannot have children. No. Scoliosis does not prevent conception or healthy birth. There is no difference between women with children who have had children with scoliosis, women with scoliosis who have had kids, and women who haven't. But yeah. It can be genetic, so it is a possibility that a woman with scoliosis, her future child, could have it, but again, we don't really know, so leave that up to fate. Number 4, young people with scoliosis can't do sports. No. A lot of doctors actually prefer it. I have scoliosis, and I did gymnastics for 8 years. On top of that, I also did baseball when I was 4. I did cheerleading in 2nd grade, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Scoliosis is always painful. So yeah, scoliosis can be painful. It's a curve of your spine. It's gonna be painful. As with my my scoliosis, for example, how it puts pressure on my hip, it's gonna be painful. No, scoliosis is not always painful. I don't know where that misconception comes from, besides the point. Myth number 8, traditional apparatuses can cause scoliosis. So stuff like back braces, which I don't have one, and I'm not going to explain why. They're not meant to correct scoliosis. They are meant to stop the spine from curving in a bat, to stop the spine to stop the curve of the spine from worsening. Now, I don't have a back now. I said it was a ghost, but I don't need a back brace because I'm almost done growing. Plain and simple. It would kind of be useless. I hate this one. Children grow out of their curve. Sometimes yes, but majority of the time no, because the curve of the spine literally curves more as you grow. Like mine. I we didn't find out till this year, so. Myth number 10 is scoliosis. Scoliosis curves remain statistic. No, the curve can continue. The curve of someone's spine can continue growing even when they reach adulthood and the body has stopped growing on its own. It's your spine. It's like how sometimes you get taller. Actually, I don't know the logistics of that. Myth number 11 is surgery can cure scoliosis. No, in some cases it causes new problems for the spine. And I have not had spinal surgery yet because the risk outweighed the benefits of it, so yeah. And this is kind of a myth, is that going to a chiropractor can stop scoliosis. No, that's just a plain and simple no, because it curves as you grow. Even my mom asked that when the doctor was like, yeah, she got scoliosis. My mom asked that. The doctor straight up said no. It might relieve tension, but it's not going to stop the curve of your spine because logic. Because you gotta use your brain and you gotta have a bit of logic. If you don't use your brain in that, I don't know what to do. Hold on. Someone asked what is my usual routine for scoliosis. I don't have a routine, but I try to exercise my back a lot throughout the day to relieve tension. And what is my personal idea for one of the worst parts of scoliosis? And I would say probably the pain in my case because of how my spine curves. As I stated before, actually, I might put like a picture or something on the screen, but like you can actually see, if I put a picture, you can actually see where my spine curves. It actually puts pressure on my hip, so I have a constant hip pain from it. So yeah, that's probably, in my opinion, one of the worst parts of it, because it's pressure on my hip. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click like and subscribe, and his, please.